What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous at it again with another episode of All Eyes on Wrath, episode 11. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with what got me here on YouTube. It is back to the basics here on All Eyes on Wrath. I want to apologize for not dropping more All Eyes on Wrath episodes. Um, it has been pretty hectic. A lot of ups and downs, but everything is all G in the neighborhood. I want to give a shout out to all the boxing fans, all my Rex Righteous fans, all the All Eyes on Wrath fans as well. And if you're not looking forward to listening to this boxing episode, I will be dropping a normal All Eyes on Wrath episode as well. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but mainly the last couple of, well, not the last couple, but there's been at least 10 or 8 uploads of just boxing stuff on my page, and I just want to let you guys know that I will be dropping different stuff as well. But I am excited for the upcoming events with all these fights coming up. We got some different fights coming up. I've already spoken on the Mayweather versus Berto events, and I will be doing a prediction breakdown on that fight. But I've already basically spoke on what I think is going to happen in that fight. That's not something I really want to talk about. My main things I want to talk about is Triple G versus David Lemieux, Manny Pacquiao. Who else? Canelo versus Cotto, and maybe some more stuff on boxing. But I'm gonna start with the whole Pacquiao deal because people have been going online and saying a lot of things about Pacquiao. By the way, I am also reacting to the news as well. I'm not here to debate with what people want to think or believe about Pacquiao, but there is different ways to look at it. There's different reporters that are reporting this. If you check on Boxing News, there's a guy by the name Chris Williams. His last 2 articles have been on Pacquiao. There's also another reporter by the name of Michael Woods that has interviewed Freddie Roach and asking him what does he think about Pacquiao and where is he gonna be with his injury and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't want to sound biased, but I don't believe everything that Pacquiao says, but some of it I believe because I think he is just trying to promote his way back into boxing and put himself in the forefront again. Because Manny Pacquiao is a superstar. No matter how you want to slice and dice it, paint it, or however you want to put it, he is a superstar. Okay. My main thing is, I don't know about the whole swimming and all that stuff. It says here, there's one of the last reports of Pacquiao coming out saying Pacquiao says swimming in sea healed his shoulder without rehab. There's been some different reports saying that he's hadn't seen a doctor. I mean, come on. Of course he saw a doctor. You know, I saw a video, and it's probably on my page as well. It was even on ESPN that he had a surgery. So that part, you know, I know for sure he saw a doctor. But people can be weird like this sometimes and try to act like, oh, well, I didn't see a doctor, now I'm healed. But can he still fight? We don't know. Can he still train? I don't think so. I mean, he could probably run, he could probably do some cardio and things like that, but I don't know about him getting back in a fight that soon. So that's my thing. That's my take. I do believe the swimming can heal him, but I don't think he's healed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh yeah, well, Pacquiao's heel, he's back, and he's gonna kill Floyd in the ring or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I do think that he was injured during the fight or before it, or I do believe that he had a shoulder injury, and that is my take on that part. Now, if we're gonna be talking about the future of Pacquiao and where he's going with his career right now, there's a new article on Boxing News 24. Shout out to Boxing News 24 as well. And if you have a Facebook, go and like Laylo's Boxing. I will be uploading some articles up there every now and then if you want to keep up, if you want to stay updated and you can't keep up with the websites and stuff, I can do that for you. Also, ADM Boxing as well. That is a boxing group. So if you want to blog, there's your chance. But anyway, it says here on one of the main quotes on the article. It says, "I'd like to concentrate my efforts on working as a politician this year, and want to fight Mayweather in rematch. I'll be ready for that mentally and physically next year. I'll show a better performance against him than in my first encounter." So, you know, he's ready. He's ready to get back in the ring. He's not satisfied with his performance. We don't know where things are gonna go. There's been rumors because you know, Floyd has outed Pacquiao as someone that wasn't a serious fight. He's saying that the media put Pacquiao on a pedestal, and that's the reason why he took the fight, is because he felt like he had to make the fans happy. You know what I'm saying? And he did his job. Mayweather did what he had to do. Now, do I agree with the Berto fight? Not 100%, but I know why he's doing it, because I don't believe that he's going to retire. So my take is, I think that Pacquiao is still going to be available next year. Is he going to fight Floyd? Who knows? I just hope that Floyd fights someone worthy next time he fights. And I think that Pacquiao is going to get a really good deal on another fight as well. I think the end is coming soon, though. You know, these guys can't fight forever. And in an interview with Michael Woods, also shout out to Michael Woods, he interviewed Freddie Roach and asked Freddie Roach what's his opinion, and he said that he thinks that Mayweather is probably going to be leaving Showtime and maybe promoting the fight with Pacquiao on its own with Leonard Ellerby and his team. So it sounds like that's very much possible, and that money doesn't always come around twice, but it can come pretty close to it if he fights Pacquiao. I don't think he will get that versus Thurman. I don't think he'll get that versus anybody else besides Triple G or Canelo. But I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. These guys are all in the midst of making something big happen in boxing, because in a sense Pacquiao and Mayweather are they're kind of secondary right now. If you're a boxing fan, they're secondary. If you're a casual mainstream boxing fan, then you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? But in a lot of sense, it's true. I mean, Pacquiao's healing right now. He's not training. He's not in the forefront. Floyd, same thing. He's training and he's about to fight. He's about to have a great fight, a great showing, I would say. Not a great fight. He's gonna have a great showing here in Las Vegas. But is it something to go crazy about? Is it gonna be fight of the year? I don't know. I don't think so. But I want to still give it a chance. So I'm probably going to be streaming it or seeing it at a friend's house. So, what's the next big thing? it has to be Cotto versus Canelo. I mean, if you're excluding Triple G versus David Lemieux, it has to be that, because we still have to wait and see how that goes down. That should be an explosive fight, but I'm gonna talk about that a little later. Right now, I wanna talk about Cotto versus Canelo. I think that that could be fight of the year. I don't know about pay-per-view sales, but I think it should be up there. It should be at least top three for this year for sure. And it's gonna be a good fight. I'm actually picking Canelo for this fight. Main reason why is because of the stamina and the power that this kid has. His skill is not greater than Cotto's. Cotto's is a more polished fighter. He's a more experienced fighter, and Cotto has been in some wars, man. He's been in some real wars, like true big time wars. And it's hard for me to pick Canelo over Cotto because I was a huge fan of Cotto. I used to love how he fought back in the days. But I've watched him. I've watched him as he progressed and he got better, because he wasn't always the same fighter. He got better. One thing I could say about Cotto is that I don't know if he has that fighting spirit anymore. And I don't know if it's going to be on display on November 21st. And that is the main reason why I'm picking Canelo, because I've been watching a lot of Canelo fights, and I think with his little rope-a-dope style that he likes to do every now and then, I think that's what's going to mess up Cotto's spirit. It's going to mess with him mentally. It's going to just piss him off. If you watch Joshua Cloudy versus Miguel Cotto, you could see what I'm talking about. That's basically what's in the back of my head when I think about Cotto and doing what he has to do. He's in a different stage now. Could he be like fine wine? Could he be becoming better as he ages? That's very much possible. That's very much possible, especially with the skill advantage that he has over Canelo. Could he be like a Marquez and all of a sudden pick up extra strength? I don't think so, but he can take advantage of the small things that Canelo doesn't do correctly, or he just cannot do. But my observation tells me that I don't know if he has the second or third win. So yes, it's off of a guess that I think the Canelo is going to win. That's just like anybody else's guess when they think somebody else is going to win, or they think Cotto is going to win, or whoever. I think that Canelo's going to do that little rope-a-dope trick, and he might surprise Cotto with a few shots, and I don't think Cotto's going to be able to handle it. And I know for sure that I think he's gonna do enough to make it a 12-round fight. I don't see anyone getting knocked out. I see people maybe getting knocked down. But to me, it's a pick'em fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I got Canelo winning the later rounds, basically. And hopefully this goes down as the biggest fight in the year, because the main thing is the middleweight title. That's the main thing. We got David Lemieux and Triple G going on in October. There's gonna be some major movement after that fight, whether Triple G wins or not, because there's gonna be talks. There's gonna be talks of who can fight this guy, who can fight that guy, what's gonna happen, and that's where everything's going to transpire. That we're gonna go into a new year talking about the middleweight division. That's exactly what's gonna go down. However you want to paint it, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be talking about the middleweight title. That's gonna be the hot seat. It's gonna be the hot division, and it's gonna be the hot seat for the boxing world. Let's see. Let's see how it goes down. It should be exciting. Triple G is a well-known knockout artist that has been taking over the middleweight division. Now, you got a lot of guys there that are not being spoken about, but they're pretty good as well, and they should be taken a little bit more serious. The only thing is, are they going to sign up to fight this guy, Triple G? I mean, eventually, they're going to have to come out of the woodworks. Because this is the main thing, man. Once you're champion, people are going to want to fight you. And nowadays, you have to be champion in so many ways. That's the only way people will fight you. Another thing is, Gennady is not American, so he's not going to always get the chances that he wants and the opportunities that he wants. But on a scale from 1 to 10, I want to ask you guys, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much more of a star will Triple G become if he beats David Lemieux? Doesn't matter how he beats him. If he beats him and it's a good fight, I want to know, what is your rate? Okay, so the way I see it, I'm not going to give a number, but I don't think he's going to jump that high. And if he has a knockout, then of course it's going to jump up a little higher than I would assume. But I still don't think he's going to jump up that high. Why? Because you still got Mayweather in the background. You still have Pacquiao in the background. They're going to try to steal their thunder. I know this. I can tell. I'm just looking at the boxing land and the boxing landscape. And there's no way, man. There's no way that Triple G can become such a big star. Now, I know that he's gonna be enough of a star to get himself in the hat of fighting a Canelo or a Cotto or any of these guys that are in the middleweight rankings, or big fighters, pay-per-view fighters. This is gonna be Triple G's first pay-per-view fight, so it's a big showing. He has to win big. So I'm not gonna break down the fight now because I need to do more homework on David Lemieux. I've been watching a lot of his fights, and I saw him versus Nadam, and I was watching that while I was watching Ward, and I was watching another fight while Nadam was fighting David Lemieux. So I was going back and forth, and he was pretty impressive. Some people are talking about he doesn't have that much defense, and Triple G is just stronger than him. But I can't say that, and I can't talk from not knowing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm hearing. What I like to do is on my boxing podcast / videos is that I like to talk to the people they used to be like me. They used to just watch every now and then, and I like to also talk to the people that watch all the time, like I do right now. So when I say these things, I'm not really sure on exactly what's going to happen. I am not an expert. I do read up on articles. I do check out as much interviews as possible. I have gone to some fights. I'm going to try to be going to another fight on the 28th, which is a heavyweight fight. But I can't speak from a place of wisdom when it comes to boxing. I have been watching since I was a kid, though. So, and I also know how the media works. So I kind of feel like I have enough of an opinion. Um, like I said, with the whole Triple G thing, uh, I don't think he's gonna jump up to superstardom, but I think as a star, I think as a boxing fighter, I think he's gonna be maxed out. He's gonna be maxed out, and some of these guys are gonna want to fight him. So the cool thing about boxing though is that once the fans see you do something big like that and they see your sacrifice, they're gonna want to support that, especially with David Lemieux as well. I think that he's gonna do good enough where he's gonna make himself a star as well, and people are gonna want to fight these guys, and I think it's gonna change the landscape. But I don't know if it's gonna make Triple G the biggest star in boxing. I can't say that. I'm a huge fan of his. I love his boxing style. You guys have to check that out as well. There's more to it than him just knocking people out or knocking people down or overpowering people. He's not just a machine like that. My take is Triple G is going to do enough to get a Ward fight or a Canelo fight or a Lara fight, and he might probably take another big fight after that. I know he's hungry. I know he's hungry. So that's the main thing, man. The title's on the line. It's a big fight. That is a true fight that we have to see. It's kind of like what Bradley went through a couple of months ago. He had to fight for his title, and it was like a huge achievement. Things like that. Who else? It was like the Sean Porter fight versus Adrian Broner. It's the same thing. It's an achievement type of fight. What's gonna happen? How's it gonna go down? Some people already saying Triple G's gonna win. I'm not gonna agree to that. I'm a Triple G fan, and I'm not gonna agree to that. So, let's just see how this goes down. It should be an awesome, exciting fight. Guys, tune in to that one. That sounds like a fire fight to watch. A very explosive fight to watch. But I want to take this time to give a shout out to all my homies on Instagram, all the boxing heads on Instagram, YTBC, all the boxing heads on Facebook, Thunderdome Boxing Talk, Jeff Cotto, Jay Cotto, Boxing, Blood Boxing Returns, 10 Players, my homie Tony Le Guin, Michael Woods, Steve Kim, Michael Montero, Brendan Taylor as well. Big shout out to Brendan Taylor, my homie, and the YTBC, and all the boxing heads, Instant Boxing, Lelos Boxing, man, Supreme Boxing. There's so many people. I'm trying to remember everyone, but I want to give all you guys a huge shout out. Shout out to all my followers as well and subscribers. So if you guys have any more questions, anything you want me to answer, please hit me up. I always try to do as much sports as possible. This is my favorite sport, so I try to answer as much questions as I can. Even though I'm not an expert, I try to answer it on these videos. And that's it, man. That's all I could say. Look forward to more boxing vids and more regular vids of me talking about all sports and upcoming movies and Marvel movies and DC movies. Any news that's out there, I'm gonna try to keep uploading and keep doing the podcast thing. What else could I say? Check out The Journey when you get a chance. 80 Unboxing The Journey on my channel. That's a documentary of my experience at the Sergey Kovalev fight versus Mohammadi. And yeah, man, just keep staying tuned and stay blessed. You already know. It's your boy Rex Righteous. Peace.